Hello, welcome to Beach View, our podcast where we talk about all sorts of things and stuff all the time.
Yes, and we're doing a theme month for this next 4 weeks. We're doing album month, where we listen to 4 albums for the next 4 episodes. And our first one involves a guest. Hello, guest.
Hi.
Hi, guest. This is Brenna. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
What are we talking about, guest?
Well, we are talking about one of my favorite all-time singers, Taylor Swift, and her new album, Midnights.
Yep.
Yes! So we knew we wanted to do Midnights, and we knew we had to have Brenna on because she is, I would say, a self-proclaimed Taylor Swift expert.
Yes, I will say that. I have to agree with that title.
Yes, so we need to get the expert opinion on this album.
Yes, and just shout out to Taylor Swift. If you hear this podcast, give me tickets to your concert, please.
Yes, Tay-Tay. Hashtag biggest fan.
Yes. Hashtag would die and sell Brie for a ticket.
Yes, we would, actually. Yeah, so let's get into this. So first of all, I just want to ask an overarching question. Opinion on the album.
Bryce, why don't you kick it first?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say not me, but...
No, we want you.
Okay. Well, I didn't like it. So...
I knew you wouldn't.
Wow. How surprising.
Yeah. I didn't really like the last one we listened to on the podcast, and I don't like this one.
Oh,
to me,
man.
it's mostly just slow and boring. Like,
Dude.
I can't say I hated it, but it's mostly just boring, and this isn't my style of music. Like, I don't like the slow synth pop stuff, so
Oh
not
my
my
gosh. Okay, well, that's one person's opinion. Brenna, what did you think?
I'll have to admit, when I first heard it, it wasn't what I expected. I had this different expectation in my head of what the album would sound like. So it took me like a couple listens to like adjust that, but I do love it now. It's definitely has some good songs on there. This is all I've been listening to since it came out. Like no other music.
I love it. Well, I will have to say, so I just listened to it this week. Although it's been like on my radar since it came out. I was like, I gotta listen to it. And so I just listened to it this week and I actually really liked it. Like from the get-go, I was like, I like this sound. Like, I'm all about the like chill, low-key kind of songs. And yeah. I was totally feeling like the moodiness of this album.
Yes.
Like I like the synth pop sound. I like the vocals. So I was definitely feeling it.
I have to agree. What's your favorite song?
Oh my gosh. So I think this is going to sound probably stupid, but I really like the Lavender Haze.
Oh my gosh, no, I love Lavender Haze.
I'd say it's stupid because it's the first song.
Yes.
So like, you hate to just say the first song, but I'm like, that really like, when I first put it on, I was like, oh, I like this.
It's just like,
I was like, I can jam to this.
The vibe of it is just so good. Like,
it is.
I don't know. It just like gets me, like I can listen to that like when I'm chilling. I can listen to it when I'm pumped up.
Yes.
Like, I can listen to it when I'm sad. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's something about that song. It just gives me, like, serotonin almost.
Life.
Yes.
Gives you life. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So that's the first song on this list, Lavender Haze. Yeah.
Which I guess leads us into our track listing then.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Talk about, the first song, Lavender Haze.
Well, we like it,
yes.
Bryce. What did you think?
I thought this was boring.
What?
No, it's good.
That's gonna be most of my thoughts on these songs.
Well, I know every song he's gonna say is boring.
Yeah, Taylor, don't listen to him.
Yeah, I did note that this felt kind of like a 2010s R&B song. A little bit of that genre in there. Which is different from most of the album, which has more of an 80s feel to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the 1950s reference?
I did not.
Oh.
Explain, Brenna.
So I did not know this until I read about it, but she I think it was it a movie or show called Mad Men or something.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Mad Men.
With Mad Men.
The show.
She
Yes.
watched that, and there's like this 1950s reference, and like that kind of inspired her to write a little bit. Like there's this 1950s reference, like when you're in love with someone, they called it like you being in a lavender haze. So that's why
Yeah.
it's the like she says lavender haze, and I just didn't know that expression existed until the song.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but I think it goes, like I got the 1950s reference in the song, but not with the title. But because the song is like about expectations, and you know, like there's that kind of stereotype of the 1950s housewife kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I thought the 1950s reference was, just like it's about expectations, and that's kind of like stereotypical. But I really like the beat of the song, and I thought the song set the mood for the whole rest of the album.
Yes, definitely a good opener song.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I have to say is I like the color like imagery in the lyrics on this one and the next one, but
Yeah.
that doesn't carry out throughout the rest of the album. So
No, it doesn't. And I thought that was interesting that they put the two like color ones right next to each other, you know?
You know, I did not notice that
Yeah.
until now. Like, make that connection.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why we're talking about it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
yeah.
You gotta dissect every aspect of Midnights by Taylor Swift.
And we won't dive into the meaning behind every song because I know we could talk about that for hours. And Bryce, you would probably be like, "What?"
We're gonna dive into it a little bit,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
you know?
a little bit.
Yeah, but I loved it. I thought that's definitely my favorite song on the album, and I could definitely add this to a playlist and listen to it all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's go to song 2. So, following up that one color song with another one is Maroon. So, tell me your thoughts. Let's start with Brenna first, because we know what Bryce
Yeah.
is going to say.
So, a lot of people are saying that if you've listened to her song Red from her Red album, that this is like a follow-up of that and like a more mature
Yeah.
version of it in a way.
I like that comparison.
Yes, but like maybe not about the same person. But I personally love this song. This has been like my breakup song, honestly. Like, such a good one.
Yes, I can totally see that. So
Yes.
I wrote next to it in my notes, I just wrote yes. So I like it. This is the way I take notes when I do albums.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good, like, kind of in your feelings song without being too pretentious.
Yes. Agreed.
I think you mean yes.
Yeah. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Yes.
And Bryce.
So I was like, when this first came on, I was like, yeah, this is fine. It's a fine song, and then I got bored by the second verse. Like,
no. So here's the thing that I like about the song. While she uses repetition and she repeats like a lot of the lines, they mean, like, from the first part of the song to the last part of the song, they mean two different things. When she said, like, when Russ grew between telephones, like, I loved, first of all, that energy. Like, that was
Yes.
just a way to say, like, oh, we stopped calling each other. But, like, in the first part of the song, if you notice, she talks about how they see each other every day now. So that's why the Russ grew between telephones in the beginning of the song, because they were together all the time.
They were with each other.
Yes, they didn't
exactly.
need to call each other. But then when she talks about how, like, then I lost you and the Russ grew between telephones, it's because they're no longer together and they don't see each other every day and they don't talk
And
anymore.
they kind of grew apart.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could definitely feel like the progression of the relationship in this song. And I thought it was just like a really bittersweet song. Like, it kind of to me was like definitely like a breakup song, but also like showing the progression of a relationship and
Mhm.
kind of just like a closure type of song to me, you know?
Yes. I agree
Yeah.
with that. That's definitely why it's like one of, like, I would say my breakup anthems right now.
Yes.
Just because it talks about, like, how it starts, like, the good and then how it ends and how, like, it's just like, oh, this sucks. But, like, it doesn't make you, like, it doesn't bum you out too much.
No, yeah, it's like that's why I say it's like a closure. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, this happened, you know, we learned from it, like, you know, kind of thing. So
And then it's like, on to the next.
yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, no regrets, but, you know, closure. So I like that one. I thought it was good, but, you know.
all right, well,
You know, Bryce doesn't always like it.
Yeah.
next song then.
Okay. Anti-hero. So this one is already like making the rounds in the memosphere, whatever you call it.
Oh, yes.
The memedom.
Yes.
No, I'm here for it. I love it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. First initial reaction to the song, because like she said that was one of her favorite songs she's ever written, so I had like high expectations. When I first heard it, I was honestly like disappointed, and now I'm ashamed that I was disappointed because this song, like I love it now.
Yeah, I like it. Like the chorus sticks in your head, like, and it's so relatable.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's me. Like, I recognize I'm the problem. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing like what I'm doing.
Yes.
You know?
I feel like
I like it.
this song was definitely me 2 years ago when it came to like relationships and stuff. Like, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Like, I'm like, wow, it's still me now, obviously, but like,
no,
I was
it's
like, wow,
not.
if this song would have existed 2 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, I am the toxic person here. I'm the problem.
No, I don't think that's the case, but you know, I think that everyone can relate to that in some way. Like recognizing, like, you know, you have patterns or you know you're acting in a certain way all the time, but like that's just who you are, you know? Like I thought that was a good one. And I guess I have to say, like, I don't ever go into her albums like with expectations. I just kind of like really any album. I'm just like ready to hear new sounds, you know? So I didn't have any expectations. I thought it was good. So Bryce, let's hear from you. What did you think of this one? I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Well, I like the lyrics. I think this is the best song lyrically on this album.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the rest of it's kind of boring, though.
The rest of the album or song?
The rest of the song. Like, I think lyrically very good, and I'm not about it musically. Also, I didn't like the vocal effects in the chorus. It just felt kind of weird to me. I don't know.
Ooh, then you're not gonna like the vocal effects in Midnight Rain.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah. No, I thought it. I love the chorus, personally.
Yes.
Like, I like the vocal effects. I like how catchy it is. I like how it's kind of like, it's not like a, what am I trying to say? I think it's just like a cool song because you, like I said, it's relatable. You do acknowledge that, you know, you might have some toxic tendencies on your own, and like, I don't know, I just thought it was like not cute, but like a good song.
Yeah, it's almost like it's apologetic in a way, but then also at the same time it's like, but this is who I am, like.
Exactly, yes.
And that's what I
like.
like.
And I think that does come with maturity, like you're saying on the last one, is like a more mature version. Like, you recognize what you do, but you're also like, oh, well, I mean, this is who I am. Like, I can work on myself, but, you know, at the end of it, I know it's me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely another
favorite
that makes you go, yes!
Yes! Exactly.
Alright, well, next.
Like, let's move on. Snow on the Beach. So, I thought this one was like, you know, it was about how life is emotionally abusive, she says. It features Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
But I think I like the feeling of this song, but to me it wasn't as strong lyrically.
Yeah. It was more, I don't want to say underwhelming.
Yeah.
Because like that sounds like an insult to the song, because like it's a good song.
Yeah.
I just feel like they wanted it to be more
like deeper.
Yeah, like a chiller, like, and their voices together. Oh my gosh, like I was so happy when there was rumors of them collaborating. I was like, finally, like I always thought they would like collaborate really well. But a lot of people were disappointed because they're like, where the heck was Lana Del Rey in this? Like, they're like, where was she? Like,
yeah, I couldn't tell.
But for real, like it was hard to tell. But I think like I like the sound too. Like I think they just go so well together. Like but it was funny because you're like, I definitely had to listen twice because I was like, wait, where is she? Like, you know. But I thought that was good. Like, they just meshed so well together, and I love the collaboration.
Yeah, it was definitely a good blend. And that's the thing, too, is, like, people automatically assume, like, if you feature someone in a song, that it has to be, like, a duet or, like, a big feature. But, like, it can always just be, like, what that was, where she's, like, singing along in the chorus, and, like, there's a lot more background vocals, but it's not intense. as some of
I
her
like
other-
that.
Yeah, I liked it too. And
Yeah.
I was talking about one of my friends actually, and she pointed something out good. She was like, people are hating on Taylor for like not giving Lana Del Rey like a bigger feature. She's like, but like think about it.
What?
Do you think she would really let her put out the song if she wasn't happy with her feature in it? Like,
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think artists are probably honored to be asked to collaborate on stuff like that, even if it's like a background kind of thing.
yeah,
Like, I'm sure they really don't care. And by the way, Lana Del Rey's going to get royalties on this song forever and ever and always. So I don't think she
yeah,
cares. Like,
she
you
got
know?
her bag, so
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, come on. But I mean, I thought it was a good collaboration.
yeah.
So, Bryce, did you think this was a boring song?
Yeah, that's gonna be most of my
Boring.
takes. I wrote in my notes for this one, more slow, sad synth stuff. I don't like this kind of music,
No.
which is true.
I mean, it's accurate,
Yeah.
but I like it.
That's just my opinion on most of these. Like, I don't like this genre, so...
I don't know, just
I
the
think it's so funny.
it's just Lana Del Rey's voice, like it's almost like the raspiness of it in the song. Like I can just hear it in my head now.
Yes, definitely. Like, she has such a pretty voice, and I mean, so does Taylor. I think they're both so talented, so
Yes.
I liked it. But again, I thought the lyrics weren't as strong as the rest of the songs on the album, but, you know, I like the sentiment to it,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
Because life is emotionally abusive, man.
It is.
So, yeah, sometimes you gotta acknowledge that, so there you go.
Alright, should
Alright,
we move
well,
on to the
next.
Okay, so number 5, You're on Your Own, Kid.
Oh my gosh, I love this one too. I think I was gonna say that about everyone.
Yeah. No, I like it because it's like, and we've heard this kind of sentiment from her before in that,
Yeah.
you know, this is like, to me, was a song that like, you're convincing yourself that it's gonna be fine. You've always been on your own. You've always come through, and this time is not gonna be any different.
Yes.
And I think that's always a good, like, kind of anthem to push forward. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, don't worry about it. Sad in a way, but I think that people who are fiercely independent definitely have this feeling. I mean, like, I know I have when I'm just like, ugh, like, nobody's helping me with stuff. It's fine. I'm gonna do it myself. Like, it's gonna be okay, you know?
I would say this song is so you. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And I definitely related to this
Yeah.
song.
I feel like people can relate to this song in like many different ways. Like when I think of the song, like I think about definitely like it kind of makes me flashback to like high school me a little bit, and like just like how, you know, like friendships end, and it talks about that a little bit in the song, like, and how like at the end of the day, like, you know, yeah, like you have your family, but like who has you? Like at the end of the day, like it's you, like you have yourself.
Exactly.
And I think that's a good like kind of you say, it's a good way to like kind of pick yourself up. It's like, you know what, like no, I'm fine. I have myself. Like if I'm on my own, at least I have me. Like that's fine.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And the friendship part, I'm glad you brought that up, because I think like we've all gone through, you know, especially as you age, like you go through periods of when like your friendships kind of wane, or like you thought you'd be friends with somebody forever and then you're not. I feel like everybody's been through that. And also like not even that, but like sometimes I do get like bummed out about my friends, you know, like, you know, I want to do stuff with them and they're too busy, or like, same with me. It goes both ways, but where you're kind of just like bummed out and you're like a little disappointed, and this kind of like makes you feel like, you know what, it's fine. Move on,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like I'll be fine.
Bryce.
Yeah, I don't remember this one very well, but I wrote in my notes it's like kind of soft rock song you always hear on the radio in stores and stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't
can
really
see
like
that.
it.
Okay.
I have to say, like, I was looking forward to this, like, you know, picking apart this album with you guys, because I knew Bryce wouldn't like it, and I knew Britta would like it.
Yes.
So, like, I love to see the both sides of it.
Well, I like that Bryce can still be like respectful about it and be like, you know what, lyrically this is good. It's not my sound of music.
It's not my style. Exactly.
Oh, I would have canceled the podcast if I hated it.
I know. Like, I did that one time. I asked him to listen to like a Post Malone album so we could review it, and he was like, "No, I hate it."
No.
So we didn't review it. Yeah, I was laughing.
Well, I didn't want to be mean about the whole thing, so
I was like, I like this. But anyway, okay, we digress. Number 6, Midnight Rain.
Oh my gosh. Bryce, I already know what you're going to say about this.
What am I going to say?
I didn't like the weird deep vocals. Like, I just thought that was too pop cinema, and I just did not vibe with it.
I didn't think it was too pop, and normally I like vocal effects. I thought this one was weird. It didn't do anything for me, so...
Oh, it did so much.
It was an interesting vocal effect, but okay, this to me is like the breakup anthem because I mean it just speaks to that so well. I broke his heart because he was nice.
And
this to me was like when people want two different things, it happens all the time. People want two different things, you go your separate ways, and it's I think like part of the maturity to recognize that like, yeah, we may have had something, it ended because we wanted something different out of it, and that's fine, you know? So to me, this was like the ultimate breakup song.
Yeah, this was obviously one of definitely my breakup songs that I've been blaring. Like,
yes,
crazy.
Everybody needs breakup songs.
Yes,
like, they get you through it, man.
It's so relatable, especially when she says, like, I broke his heart because he was nice. It's like...
Wait, I thought of you, Brenna.
Yes!
I immediately thought of you, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh, I love this.
Because, like, at first, like, when she... Yeah. Like, I feel like you can take that line two different ways. Like, one way is like, oh, he was... Like, some people take it like, oh, he was nice, it gave me the ick, so I broke his heart. Or, because he was so nice when I broke up with him, it broke his heart.
Yes, and look, I've definitely felt that way too,
yes.
And so I think
yeah,
so like we've lived this song,
yes.
You know, and I thought, you know, it was a different effect on the vocals, and at first I was like, I don't know, but then like when I listen again, I'm like, I know I like it, I like the effect.
Like at first I wasn't drawn to that, like the song, that song as much as I was to other songs, but like after like listening to it, that's like one of my first songs like I'll just listen to on repeat.
Yes, because it helps you like process your feelings, I feel like. Yes. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but no, I mean, I liked Maroon better, and I could definitely see like that as the breakup song, but to me, this one spoke more to it, you know what I mean?
Yes. And I liked how this also became like a meme, like showing the like contrast like in relationships. Like, I don't know if you saw like people were making videos of like different celebrity couples that didn't work out.
No.
And they would show like one person being, he wanted comfortable, I wanted that pain, or
yes,
he was sunshine, I was midnight rain. It's showing like, I don't know how to explain it, but like you can tell like in a relationship like who is on one side, who's on the other.
Yes.
Like even like in healthy relationships, like I would say like Travis is sunshine and wanted comfortable. You want that pain, midnight rain.
Yeah, and I took this another way too, and like he wanted sunshine, he wanted comfortable, like as in he was comfortable in the relationship. Yes. He thought it was a great relationship, but I wanted passion, I wanted the pain, I wanted more than just comfortable. Yes. Yeah, I think to me, yes.
That's definitely how I relate to this.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think we're definitely hitting on, like, what in particular, like, more than just the genre that I don't like here. This is a very lyrical album.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the focus, the lyrics and the vocals. Which, I mean, that's what Taylor Swift's known for. It makes sense, but that's not the kind of stuff I like usually. Like, I'm big on instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is, like, a sparser, like, production on the on that side. To emphasize the vocals and the lyrics, and that just isn't my thing.
Well, that's a good point, and you know that I am always drawn to parsing out the lyrics in any album that we review. I'm like the lyric queen. Like, I'm like, listen to what she said here, you know?
Yes.
And Bryce, you are a lot more on the instrumentals. And the funny thing is, like, I actually really, really like this album, probably more than I liked any of her other albums, because I like the synth, like, I like that sound, I like the moodiness, you know? So, to me, because it wasn't as instrumental, I liked it more.
I haven't decided where it stands yet in my favorites of her albums, because, like, I just feel like within, like, the past, like, 2-3 years, like, she has just, all the fans, like, she has just fed us so much incredible music that it's, like, I just cannot, like, I'm the happiest I've been as a Taylor Swift fan, like, the past 3 years. Like,
no, she has been, like, on fire, and I love it. Like, I think, like, God, we've gotten so much music from Taylor. I haven't even listened to, like, all of the other albums, so I guess I can say of the albums I listened to, this has been my favorite. So I still need to go back and listen to some like folklore. Like I've heard a lot of it. I just don't know that I listened to all of it, you know?
Yeah.
All right, well, next.
Should we do the next one?
Sure. Question mark. I like that.
You know who actually likes a song?
Who?
Kelly.
What?
Yeah, she told me she liked Question.
Okay.
And
I like that.
That just surprised me. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, really?
That's funny.
But that's so her. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. I know, I like it. I like this one. The only part that that wasn't my super favorite was, you know, like the part where she goes up on the vocals.
Oh, yeah.
Like at the end of the vocal, like at the end of each line, it kind of goes up.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only part that I was like, I don't know about that. But I mean, overall, it's a good song.
I thought the lyrics were bad in this one, especially the chorus, which is weird nonsense. I don't know what's happening there.
Weird nonsense.
Weird nonsense.
Did you ever have someone kiss you in a crowded room and every single one of your friends was making fun of you, but 15 seconds later were clapping too?
What? It's a story she's telling. It's a story she's telling. And no one can...
what?
There's no... Okay, this whole album is based off of 13 sleepless nights she's had throughout her entire life. And so she's, like, reflecting on them and then writing...
Her like, midnight musings.
Yes. And so this one, like, is about some time, like, someone kissed her, we don't know if it's about her or, like, one of her friends, like Selena Gomez, but, like, someone kissed someone in a crowded room, and all of their friends are making fun of them, but then later, like, they're, like, cheering them on, and then it kind of ended, and she, like, I think, to me, this song talks about, like, it could be, like, a situationship, which is a big term nowadays, and, like, a big thing in dating.
Yeah.
Within, like, this generation, but, like, I feel like it touches on that, like, how a relationship, like, starts really fast, or, like, an almost relationship, and it was, like, it goes you know, you had that relationship and something was there, but when it's all said and done, you can't really wrap your head around it or put your finger on.
Yeah. Like, what was it?
Yeah, what was it? And I feel like that's what the song captures perfectly.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't think this one was well written.
I like the song. I like some other songs better on the album, but I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah. All right, number 8. Vigilante shits.
Oh my gosh. Draw the cat eye sharp enough to kill a man.
Yes. Yes. This is... Okay, I'm going to use the word anthem a lot. This is the revenge anthem.
Yes.
Okay? Revenge anthem, and I am here for it. Like, everybody likes the sweet, sweet taste of revenge.
Yes.
No matter what they say, okay? So I just think, sometimes I wonder, though, like, she does talk a lot about, you know, revenge and karma and stuff. So she's definitely got some, you know, got a little hate in her heart over that, I think. But I like it. I think it's a good switcheroo. And we've heard, you know, revenge anthems from her before. But I like that some of the other songs are kind of softer. And this one is definitely like, I'm coming for you.
I don't know, like, this one just, like, I like that she said she's dressing for revenge. Like, yes. She's, like, saying, I'm not dressing for girls, I'm not dressing for guys, like, I'm dressing for revenge. And I feel like, you know, I feel like that's kind of relatable in a way, like,
yes.
Sometimes, like, when you're, like, someone, I don't know, especially, like, I feel like after, not necessarily, like, a breakup or whatever, but, like, I feel like sometimes, too, like, you do, like, kind of put on this face and, like, not, like, necessarily, like, close, but you mask up when, like,
for sure.
Someone has done you wrong and you're trying, like, you're like, I'm, like, doing this, like, for revenge. Like, you're just not really, like, apologetic towards them.
Yeah.
I guess, in a way. But you're not, like, seeking, like, hurt them or whatever, but it's just, like, no, like, you did me wrong. I'm done. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like, it's over. Like, I'm not putting on a sad face about this.
I've seen so many, like, people kind of do this in a way. And not just, like, I'm dressing for revenge, but like you're saying, putting the mask up, like, especially like on social media. Like, I had a friend that went through like a breakup a while back, and like all her posts on social were like she was having the time of her life, like she was having so much fun, like she was meeting all these new people. Like, it was just to show, you know, like, I am fine without you.
Yes. I
don't need you. Like, this is my revenge. And it kind of is almost like a revenge, like, you know, you held me back, I'm gonna go forward with this, like I just thought that was, I liked it. I thought it was good. And I did notice, like, and I don't know if I just noticed it on this album, but there's a lot more like cursing in the lyrics, and I like it. So I think it's good.
Never thought I'd hear the day she said the F word.
I know. I was actually kind of shocked, and but I'm like, I like it. I mean, everybody loves the F word, I have to say. No, I'm just joking. But no, I thought it like added to the passion of it,
Yeah. I also too like how she talks about picture me thick as thieves of ex-life. Like, she's definitely touching on a personal event.
Yes.
And there's speculations on if she's talking about, I can't even say his name because he's such a bad word, that Scooter loser person.
Yes.
Or like Kanye West. But like, I like that it's like, is this actually like true that like she would like helped get revenge on him, or is this just like her playing on like a scenario, like, dramatizing it?
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way, but with the Scooter guy, like, I think that like her releasing all these albums was definitely revenge, and we talked about that before.
Yeah.
And so I think that could definitely be like, this is a true story of what she did, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought this song was okay. It's one of the few times I thought the synths were decent.
Okay.
And I like the vocals in this one. And lyrically, I like the concept. I just don't think the execution was great.
Really?
I don't know. I thought it could have had more bite to it.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. But you liked it.
I said it was okay.
That's better than the alternative. I feel like she could have went different ways with this, and I think she softened her bite with this song a little bit because, like Jen was talking about, it's more focused on the lyrics.
Yeah.
And the vocals rather than, like, I guess the execution of it. And I feel like because this song, like, this album's a whole moody album, that she wasn't gonna have like a headbanger like anthem.
Right.
It was more
super
like
strong.
it was just like cut deep lyrics, I feel like.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright, well, next.
Next is Bejeweled.
Girl,
yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I thought that this was like, a song about like it's time to teach some lessons, right? So again, I feel like this is another like kind of revenge song.
Yes, and by the way, I'm going out tonight. Like,
yes.
This is definitely like lyrically, like, you have to really listen to and read the words to understand what she is saying here. Like, she's basically talking about like how like I feel like after like a breakup or relationship ends, like, and they didn't appreciate you, they didn't like, realize how much they had, and it's like, just, this is like the anthem of like, yeah, like, we broke up, like, yeah, it sucks, but guess what, like, I miss you, but I miss like me more, and I miss shining and going out and living my best life, and I'm done like putting you first and your feelings first, and I'm gonna put me first, and I'm gonna go shine.
Yes. Like taking back yourself and like doing what is true for you. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's definitely like a low-key revenge song.
And the line, familiarity breeds content, so don't put me in the basement when I went to the penthouse of your house. Like, she's literally here, like, that was lyrically just so, that's one thing I love about her, is that she will take like a common like feeling or saying, but then poetically just put it so much more beautifully, and you have to sit there and actually like analyze it to understand what she's saying. But she's basically saying like, once you get comfortable in a relationship, you're so comfortable, you don't really try as much, you don't try as hard. I mean, we all do it. Like, when you get comfortable with friendships, relationships, you know, it's like, oh, like, I know them very well, like, I don't have to put in as much an effort as I did before.
Exactly.
And so sometimes you end up putting someone, kind of lower and like not doing the things you used to do for them in the beginning, I feel like, is what she's touching on.
Yes. Definitely. Taking them for granted.
Yes. This is another breakup song I listen to when I go through my angry phases. Like, I'm like, and by the way, I am going out tonight.
Right, yeah. Like, I don't care what you think, I'm gonna do me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Bryce, what do you think?
Well, I thought the twinkling synths were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a decent instrumental effect there. The rest of it I didn't like at all. Like, this is one of the few I thought was just bad. Instead of just boring and not to my taste.
I love it. I love your opinions on this stuff. I just think it's very funny.
Yes.
Not the worst song on the album, but close.
Okay. High praise coming from you.
Yes.
All right. Next is Labyrinth. I thought this was a sweet song. Like, she says, like, you'd break your back to make me break a smile.
Yeah.
To me, that is such a mood, and it just reminds me of someone, like, so sweet, like, just, like, recognizing that another person would do anything for you kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I also like how she talks about, in this song, like, the emotions of, like, falling in love with someone after you've already, like, loved someone before, and, like, how it's, like, a thrill, it's scary, it's exciting.
Yes.
And that's why, like, if you notice, like, when she, repeats, like, oh no, I'm falling in love, like, the 3 times.
Yes.
Like, the first time, it's, like, a simple, like, statement, like, oh, I'm falling in love. And the second time's, like, a freak out moment, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm falling in love, like, what do I do?
Yes.
And then the third time is, like, oh, cool, like, I'm falling in love, like, this is exciting. And that's what I love about it.
Yes. The different emotion, like, you're saying the same thing, but you're displaying different emotions.
Yes. Like, I feel like it's so relatable.
It is relatable. That's what I loved about it. Like, it's just, like, it's scary. You don't know if you're doing the right thing. And then you're like, no, but it's exciting and I'm going to see this through, you know?
Yes. This kind of makes me think about, like, the beginning of a relationship. I always said, like, I hate, like, when you first meet someone, you first start dating, like, I hate that period. And sometimes because it's, like, it's kind of anxious.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, it's exciting.
I love it, though.
Yeah, it's exciting,
yeah.
but, like, it's also anxious because it's, like, okay, I want to be at the point where, like, we're comfortable and, like, we know, like, okay, none of us are going anywhere. Like, no one's breaking up with anyone. Like, we're solid. Like,
it is, because you're like, is this gonna fall apart? Am I making good decisions?
Yes.
Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, it is anxious, but I think that's part of, like, the thrill,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I don't know. I think it's such a sweet feeling.
Yeah, and I feel like she touches on that, like, oh, what she says in the beginning, it only hurts this bad right now. You know, like,
Yeah.
some, like, how, like, that just falling sometimes hurts sometimes, because it's, like, that fear is what hurt.
Yes.
Is the killer, honestly.
Yeah. I
Guys,
get that.
what you think?
I thought this was boring. Again.
Oh.
I will say this is one of the few times I like the synths on this album. I particularly like the, like, organ sound. I don't know if that was a synth or an actual organ or not, but it was decent. But I thought the song itself was boring.
I thought the song was such a mood. Like, I just liked, I liked it. Like, I thought it was good, but, you know.
Yeah, well, next.
All right, next, Karma.
The worst song on this album.
What? This one's another, like, this is a pop anthem. This is a feel-good anthem.
This is another one of those, like, she talks about revenge and karma a lot, but I'm here for it kind of things. I like the beat of this song. I thought it was a little more, I guess, upbeat, like, not as moody, you know?
Yeah.
And I liked that.
I know you had to, like, Karma is a cat purring in my lap because it loves me.
Yes. I love that Taylor's a cat person.
Yes. It makes her so much more relatable and cooler.
Yeah. I mean, surely you can relate to that, Bryce, right?
I thought the lyrics were embarrassing here. Like, just...
Oh.
What? Embarrassing. Oh my god.
Who thought this was a good idea to let out? Like, just...
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, you can't help, like, when the chorus comes on, like, to, like, people on TikTok are, like, spinning around to this and, like, dancing to it. And it touches on, like, good karma. Like, I feel like it's saying, like, you know, like, all the crap that's been handed to me, like, I do have good karma. Like, karma is, like, my, like, you know, she's saying my boyfriend, like, I have a great boyfriend now.
Yes.
Like, talking about, like, the good things in life that, like, when bad things happen to you, you think, oh, like, the world and the universe just hates me. And then it's like, no, like, you get good karma, too. Like, it comes back in waves.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, I do really feel like, you know, what you put out in the world is going to return to you at some point, you know? Like, so I definitely think, like, you know, you're putting out good vibes, you're going to get it back. And, like, that's kind of, like, what you're saying is, you know, I've had all these, what we're assuming Taylor is saying, I've had all these crappy relationships, but, like, look at my relationship now. Like, I'm very happy and, like, you know, I finally got that karma coming back to me.
Mm-hmm.
I did not read this song like that at all.
What'd you think of it?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
but, like, karma's on your scent like a bounty hunter. Karma's gonna track you down. karma's a relaxing thought, aren't you envious that for you it's not? Like, I read it as being content that, like, someone else is gonna get it bad, and that she doesn't feel that way because she doesn't deserve
yeah,
it.
I got the
that
revenge
too.
vibe, but
She talks about both in the
Yeah,
song.
definitely.
It's like a good, like she talks about her good karma, and then how, you know, now like 'cause all the, and I feel like it plays on like all the crap that has happened to her over the years, and like with the media and stuff, like saying like her revenge.
yeah, you're gonna get yours.
Yeah, like she got hers, and you're gonna get yours, and like I feel like her revenge is like, and this song is saying like her revenge is these good things.
Okay.
These like small good things. This is my revenge on what you guys did. But you're gonna get your revenge too, but it might not be pleasant.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Alright, well, next.
Okay, let's move on to Sweet Nothing. This is like about expectations. Like, again, another song about expectations, but she says that, you know, this one person wanted nothing from her, which has got to feel like such a relief that, like, you found the one person that is not expecting something from you, you know? And that to me was sweet, yeah.
And I love how, like, I feel like it plays a lot about on, like, you know, when you're famous and a celebrity, like, your life is crazy and you don't live an average life, and that it's good to have a person to come home to and just enjoy their sweet nothing, like, just enjoy, like, the comfort, the normalcy almost in a way.
Yes.
And it's not complicated, it's just, like, real.
It's not all this pressure from the outside, you know?
With the expectations, yeah.
I liked the piano in this one.
Oh!
Like, electronic piano timbre. It's a really nice timbre, and I thought the composition for that was nice, but I thought this was still a boring song.
No, this song is
well, at
so
least you found
sweet.
some positivity in it.
Yeah, one good part does not a good song make.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, this song
I like it. I thought it was sweet.
is a little too sweet for me right now. Like, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, it's so sweet, but I can't relate. So, moving on, Taylor.
You'll relate to it one day,
Yes.
okay? I love it. Okay, the next is Mastermind.
This one.
So I thought this was an interesting one. Like, I thought it was a little more like, kind of like she, like, orchestrated, like, meeting people. Like, she's saying it was no accident, you know, that we met. And I liked how she was like, I had no friends as a kid, or whatever that line is, and I'm taking control of my life now.
Yes.
To me, that was kind of what it was saying.
I love how, like, almost a lot of the songs on this album have, like, made it to, like, you know, the memes we've already talked about in, like, TikTok and stuff. But people have started this trend where they're, like, talk about, like, little things they did on purpose to, like, get the attention of their significant other, or to, like, draw them in.
Yeah.
I think that song really touches on it, like, how, like, it talks about her relationship with, like, her longtime boyfriend, Joe, once again, which she talks about him a lot throughout the album and other past relationships. But I feel like she talks about how, like, you know, she was the, like, mastermind behind it all, like, in a way, because that she, like, you know, did strategic moves to get him, like, hooked into the relationship.
Yeah.
And, like, but, like, at the end, he, like, when she's, like, like, confessing what she did, like, he's, like, smiling and saying, like, and, like, smirks, like, as, like, he knew all along, like, what she was doing. So, like, she wasn't really the master.
And he played into it.
She wasn't really the like, she didn't, like, manipulate him into, like, falling in love with her, like she says in the song. He knew the whole time. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like, I thought it's a cute song to me. Like, and I like the whole, like, taking control of things. Like, you know, I think that's, like, I don't know. It was just, like, a sweet sentiment to me.
Yeah.
I thought this song could have been interesting, but in the end, it's just more boring synth poppy stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I love, like, every song for it.
Yeah, well, the chorus is fine, and I like the strings towards the end. I wish they were in the rest of the song, but, you know.
Okay. Well, there you go. I thought it was, you know, a masterful mastermind song. So are we going into the extra songs?
The 3 a.m. version?
I did not listen to them. I'm not talking about them.
What?
Also, I think it's bad to name something called Midnight's the Midnight's 3 a.m. edition. Those are different times.
No, but she waited 3 hours to put out the last 6 songs.
Yes.
Wait, 6, 7? 7? I don't remember.
7.
7.
Those, honestly, boosted the album even more. Like, Bryce, you have to listen to them.
Yes.
Are the rest of them like this?
No,
not exactly. They're a little bit different.
Okay,
they're slower. There's a slower one. There's like one called Glitch, and it literally sounds like there's a glitch happening throughout the song. It's pretty.
Okay, that might be interesting.
Yes, I like the music and the vocals on Glitch.
Yes.
I will say the one called Bigger Than the Whole Sky,
Oh
that
my
one
gosh.
had like a country feel to me, actually. Like, it had like this kind of twangy guitar, and it kind of gave me like a country feel. So it was a little bit different.
Okay, well,
that one like
guitar
is
might
tier
be
worthy.
interesting.
Yes. Yeah, you have to listen to those.
And then
Fine.
The Great War, I really like that one. Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We know that one is touching on her relationship with John Mayer.
Yes.
And the age difference and just how, oh my god, that was such a good one.
Yes.
And I feel like that's
like looking back, understanding it was a mistake, like now that she knows better. Like,
yes.
I thought that was a good, like, insightful one. I thought the Great War one was, it reminded me like a 90s ballad, and I like it. Paris was like you're in the little love cocoon.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of cute. Yeah. I think they're all, I listened to them. I thought they were good. We don't have to get into details since you didn't listen. But...
Dear Reader, that's a good one.
Yeah, Dear Reader was good. They're all good. I like them. Like, overall, I thought, I really like this album, and as I already said, like, you know, I'm like a low-key, like, I need like chill music, you know, sometimes. I mean, I like, you know, I like driving beats and stuff too, but to me, this was definitely a mood in that, like, I am often like up at midnight, like by myself, just like, you know, ruminating on stuff. Like, that's just me. Like, I'm a night owl kind of person. And so I liked, this is definitely like an album you would listen to at midnight.
For sure, I definitely do. Listen to it at midnight. And this album too, like, I know it's pop, but like, it's not traditional pop to me because she's such a lyrical genius that, like, I feel like a lot of pop songs are just like basic, like, like you could, like, a third grader could hear it and understand it. Like with Taylor, you have to sometimes pull out a dictionary to be like, what the heck does this word mean in this context? And like, what is she saying with this? Like, she just dives deeper, and I think that's what separates her from other artists is like her songwriting.
Yes. I thought it was a great album. I just love, like you said, how she's releasing music after music after music. Like, that is what every fan base's dream is, and she's getting it done.
Yep. And I don't know how. And she's going on tour again, and she's doing an Eras tour, and so excited.
Yeah, I feel like she's in her prime.
Well, I already gave my thoughts on the album, so I really don't have a lot to say about it. I just thought it
These
was
are my
boring.
favorite. These are my favorite reviews, though, because I love Bryce's like commentary. So I think it's great.
Yeah, no, I love the album. I'll let you know where it ends up standing in my favorite albums, just because she has so much good music that I can't. Like, I just can't, like, if I was asked to like rank, I couldn't. Like, I just can't. Like, 'cause I don't want to discredit any song of hers that like are amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. Yes, I agree.
All right, well, I guess I'll take us out.
All right.
All right, well, that's been Beach View, our podcast about different things and or stuff. Thanks for joining us, Brenna.
Thanks for having me and letting me talk about Taylor Swift again.
Yes.
And tune in next time for another album. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.